It is beyond a doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. Immanuel Kant. My friends, each and every day, your experience is following your favorite stock charts, ETFs, and practice trading. Let's jump into these charts. Everything is down except Bitcoin, which is up about 2%. Gold is the big downer for the day, 2%. Let's jump into the S&P 500 first, pulling back just a wee bit, 0.37%. Both of our indices are pretty much flat. The S&P, as we look at the two-day candle, we see where things piked up, knocked up in the morning on Friday. That is the high on this two-day chart, which finished drawing today. We see, again, pretty much flat as we start this week off. Our candles are getting smaller over the last going into fourth week. Haven't had any volume to speak of since things moved around after the pullback, and now they started going up on the week beginning the 6th of April. And again, candles were decreasing from that second week. We'll see how this week goes. Maybe it'll be a catalyst to something really good and it'll pop up. But again, that last pop-up was on Friday morning. So we do have average volume for the two-day, which is good. And that again comes from the ranging around and the down move today. Again, we had average volume in the morning on Friday and then pulling back on Friday afternoon as far as volume goes. So we'll keep an eye on things. Don't know if they're topping yet or not. This is just the first day. Not a lot of movement. We look at where things are on the NASDAQ 100. It was down 0.19%. Same kind of thing. We saw where things popped up on Friday morning. And of course, hit a high on Friday morning of 675. 675 Friday afternoon, 676 in the morning this morning, and then 673 as things went down in the afternoon. But again, as we start the week off, small candle, not a lot of volume on that weekly chart. We'll continue to watch, wait and see as this week keeps moving. It does mean that we are still, of course, long when it comes to stocks. Now we have a chance to redraw our trend line now that we actually have a second down candle. We talked about going negative, going bearish last week with Tango Bravo Foxtrot, TBF, which is the inverse for 20-year U.S. government bonds, and they're moving in the right direction, down 0.76%. Not surprising. Again, not a lot of volume to back this up on the weekly chart over the last many weeks, but the two-day chart for the last 4 days, okay. And again, popping down in the morning, a little bit further maybe in the afternoon. Let's see what the low was in the morning. It was 84.76 and 84.77, so about the same as far as where it tapped out in the morning. But overall down for the day, 0.76%. So our bearish move on bonds is paying off. Let's look at where we are on gold. And again, gold starting off the week down big. As I said earlier, it was our biggest down move for the day, 0.2% itself. So again, as we watch gold, again, pulling back quite hard. Now, we still have where gold reached a low before, and we are paying attention to that, seeing if it's going to bounce off that, push below it. We shall see as gold continues to move around, this time down. You know, it moved down strong over 2 weeks, back on the 6th, the week beginning the 16th of March and the week beginning the 23rd of March, then slid sideways and up, and then last week saw that red candle forming again, and then starting this week off down strong. So we will keep our eye on gold. And if gold does start moving down really strongly, you'll know it because you'll see every gold commercial that could possibly be put on the air selling gold if it really hammers down. Some reason that always tends to be the telltale sign that gold is in trouble. So keep your eye on the on the media there. It'll be an inverse barometer for you to let you know what's really going on. Always seems to be that way. What about Bitcoin? As gold is down 2%, Bitcoin's up about 2%. And of course, between Friday and Monday, you've got some nice movement in Bitcoin, and you have average volume over those last periods. We look at the 2-day chart. It has average volume. Again, not weighing in with a lot of volume across the board, going all the way back to the last time we've had just average volume was the week beginning the 9th of March. Over these last now going into 5 weeks of this up movement, not any volume backing that up. In fact, it's been decreasing, but the price, like the S&P and the NASDAQ, has just continued to stack Benjamins heading up. And starting the week off, bam, heading up quite nicely. So we'll go ahead and attach to that candle, and we'll continue to watch as Bitcoin just gains fuel going into the 5th week now, friends, of up movement after beating the score on that 2 weeks up and down, 2 weeks up and down, 2 weeks up and down, 2 weeks up and down. This one, 5 weeks and go. We're going into the 5th week. So that is wonderful. Those of you who jumped into Bitcoin and decided to ride that pony one more time, going in your direction. That's where we are as we end the day on Monday, looking forward, as we always do, to a fun trade week. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.